Hey guys, I'm Kalen. This is my 2008 Duramax, and this is my episode of The Builder.
I'm in it just to rewrite history, cause I'm in the mood to label us the leaders of the new school. This ain't for the radio, can't find this on YouTube. This the type of killing that these critics ain't used to. Victorious, victorious, victorious. In this day and age, I got time for innovation, time to be creative.
Well, what got me into building is when I was 15, I bought a Dodge Ram 1500. It was a 97, and it was had 2,500 axles. And the day I brought it home, the transmission blew up. So from that point on, we rebuilt the transmission, put 410 gearing in it, and after that, I decided that I was going to pull it into the shop and just start working on it. So I pulled it into the shop and actually worked on it for 1.5 years to restore it. It went from basically nothing to a pretty nice truck. The condition when I first got it, it was completely trash. It had, the rockers were rusted out, cab corners were rusted out, the trans went the first day I brought it home, and it was a bad truck when I first bought it. Fast forward 2 years, I bought my first nice vehicle. It was my senior year of high school, and I wanted to have something better than anybody else in town or anybody else in my school. So I went out, got my first loan as I'm still in school, and bought a 2007 and a half Duramax Crew Cab LTZ. I didn't do much to that build, but I had the front of it painted, and I painted the rear and just did some plasti dip to it just for fun. So day one of my 2008 Duramax, me and a buddy flew out to Washington, D.C., and we went to go look at this truck. The guy that sold me the truck showed up at my aunt's house, who lives in D.C., and he showed up, and it was everything I wanted. It was perfect. So we pick up the truck, we go to the bank, I pay off his loan and pay him the rest of the money, and then we start traveling all the way back to Wisconsin. After everything was said and done, it was a 17-hour trip. And this truck is sitting on 3-inch drop shackles, and it was dropped in the front all the way as low as it'll go with the torsion keys. And it was sitting on street tires when I first bought it. The biggest snowstorm of the year was when I was driving this truck back home from Washington, D.C. We got 6 inches of snow in the matter of like 2 hours. I was doing 35 miles an hour in 4-wheel drive on the interstate and still going sideways the entire time. So before I bought the truck, there was already a 3-inch drop shackles, and it had all the compound kit, which is a 475 over stock compound kit, 60 over injectors, built transmission, and twin CP3 kit done to it. As soon as I got home, I decided to go right in to start building this truck. When I bought the truck at first, a lot of the stuff on the front clip and on the rear was actually spray painted. So I tore off the front bumper and the grill, the rear bumper, and the tailgate, resprayed it all because I learned how to do body work while I was younger working on that Dodge. Resprayed all of that stuff, changed out the headlights, and then after that, I sold my 20s that it was sitting on before and put a set of stocks on it just for the time being until I could save up for my rims. And then obviously you see the truck has the wrap, which that's what makes it stand out the most out of everything. It's, I spent about 3 months deciding on my own which style wrap I wanted to go with. And then I spent about 4 weeks with the designer over at Sticker Dude going over and just, we went through probably 6 different designs before we decided for the right one. And it turned out just amazing. So as far as other appearance mods I got just a cheap set of headlights and then Recon taillights. And then my traction bars are powder coated and everything, my turbo is powder coated in my engine bay. For lighting, it's got the red underglow, it's just a cheap kit. And then I also have 6K HIDs in the front. So I finally finished my build and I decided that I want to go to the Daytona truck meet. I spent a couple months looking for a buddy to pull my truck down because I don't want to pull my truck down because it actually has stock internals. It doesn't even have head stud bolts and it's pushing around 750 horsepower. So I decided to load it up on the trailer, head down for Daytona. On the way down to Daytona, we made it to about Tennessee, and right before Tennessee, there's some steep grade. And my buddy that was pulling my truck actually cracked his whole bell housing of his trans case. And it was like an 8-inch crack in the bell housing, and then blew his flywheel cover right off the transmission. But we ended up just keep on chugging along, and we made it down there with the cracked transmission, bell housing, and the flywheel cover, not even the transmission. By the time we got down there, everything turned around. We had a great week, and I actually came home with the 3rd place for Chevys and GMCs in Daytona, which is amazing because I was competing against trucks with hundreds of thousands of dollars in them, and I just got my local truck from Wisconsin. But then the trouble we ran into was on the way home, which was even worse than the trans cracking. My buddy decided to leave with the truck a day early before us just so he could get a head start because it takes a lot more time to get back with the trailer. He made it about halfway home and had a wheel bearing go out. So he tried to do the wheel bearing right in a rest stop area and he couldn't get it to come off. He needed heat to get it to come off. So he decided to pull my truck off the trailer and drive it the rest of the way, which I was totally okay with. And he made it 100 miles down the road from the trailer, and actually my inner valve stem snapped and the tire went flat. So then we had to have another one of my buddies come all the way from Wisconsin, drive 7 hours down, bring my stock tires and put them on the truck and then drive it the rest of the way home. I have a couple future plans for the truck. This spring it will be getting 63.5 wheel and cover from Dan's, and it will also be getting head stud bolts. I also own a 1977 F-250. It's sitting in Idaho right now. It's my grandmother's truck and she gave it to me. That's my next build, and I plan on doing a full build on that one, frame off on build, and doing powder coated axles, powder coated frame, everything on that one with the 12 valve Cummins in it. Some of my other hobbies include ice racing, drag racing, and hunting. I race 4-wheelers on Lake Wisconsin here in Poinet. And then I drag race around Wisconsin quite a bit. I also kind of have started building my own race quads now. Starting on quads is kind of really what got me into just anything with a motor. I love to go fast and I don't know, it's just fun. Yeah, so I've been actually trying to build this truck up, and I've been trying to get some followers on Instagram and some sponsors. So if you guys want to follow me or sponsor me, follow me at Digital Duramax. This was my episode of The Builder. Everybody have a good one.